Disappointing a performance was that from your team to lose 2-0 against Salford City today?
Very disappointing, Dan. You have a plan in and out of possession, and we in possession of the ball. When we did have possession of the ball, we just couldn't find the red shirt. So it's just basic stuff, basic control, basic pass, basic try and put the ball into a space, into an area, put the ball into a box, cross the ball properly, have a shot at the keeper, whatever that is. We were unlucky in the first half yet, the one that hit the post, but that just wasn't us. I mean, I can only apologise for the fans for that, because our fans were great today, getting behind the lads, and we just couldn't get going because we didn't do the basics right.
You said before the game, at home in particular, the onus is on you to go and try and win the game. How hard to take is it when you don't do that?
Well, it is. It's massive, isn't it? So it's a massive disappointment, a massive letdown for the every supporter that supports this club. So that's on us. But you have the Bromley game, which was a non-event because of the weather, but you don't lose it. It's simple as that. You get a reaction because we wanted a reaction against Fleetwood. Game that should have been out of sight in the first half, and then you're thinking today, well, go on, we've got a bit of momentum. Yet they had a little bit of the ball in the second half, Fleetwood, in terms of, but didn't really threaten Billy. I think Billy made one save in the 40 odd minutes that we played. So you come into today thinking, everyone's got a spring in the step, and we'll get at them. As I said, planning in out of possession, and if you can't do the basics right, then you've got no chance.
Is it difficult for you in terms of coming into the game trying to capitalise on the good things you felt from the Fleetwood game, and then you don't get that response, you don't continue that? Is that a hard thing to know? Do you second guess yourself almost going, I could have made changes, could I have done something differently? Do you look at yourself as well as the players? Is that 100%, how it works?
You have to look at yourself first and foremost, but it's all ifs and buts, isn't it? What should have done that, should have done this, because you lose a game or you draw a game, so you go, we could have put him on, could have done this, could have done that. But at the end of the day is, even whoever I put on, we just didn't do the basics. We didn't control the ball, we didn't pass the ball, we didn't get it wide enough, and we didn't put quality balls in the box enough, and we didn't have anywhere near the shots that we have. I mean, I think we beat them on shots on target and what have you, but it's not, we haven't scored. So, it's just disappointing, Dan.
Can you expect to get anything from a game where you have 37% possession, I think it was, and 2 shots on target?
Well, correct, but the thing about it is they only passed the ball in front of us. They passed it in front of us in terms of at the back, the 3 centre-backs, and then they went long, but they picked the first ball up, it made first contact, or picked the second ball up, majority of the time. So then that puts you on the back foot, and they're playing the game in your half, and then they're putting the ball wide, and they're putting the ball in the box. So it's disappointing in that way, because we didn't do the basics, and we didn't win enough first contacts and second contacts for me.
You touched on the one really, really good chance you had in that first half where Sean Worley made that run and teed it up for Tyler Walton. He must feel like he's got no luck at the moment. The angle that came back off the post, we couldn't quite work out how it hadn't gone in the net. Is it hard for him at the moment? Are you having to help him keep his head up?
Well, you can't beat him with a stick, because the kid's getting in there and he's trying his best. And keepers either making saves or he's missing the target. So eventually they will go in. I mean, he scored a few early on the season, so you've got to persevere. No, he's a good lad. He trains really hard, and you see what he gives you on the pitch. Today, at times, wasn't his day, and especially in front of goal, with that one coming off the post.
In that second half, when you conceded the first goals in games are always pretty important, I think. Would you have expected a response, and did you think you got one?
Well, no, I didn't get one, no. That's for sure. So, as I said to you, we didn't do the basics. So, Dave took the lead. It's a terrible goal from our point of view. Every goal is from the opposition or whoever. If you can see the goal, it is a terrible situation. But you can pull the bones out of it in terms of where it started, where it ends up is in the back of your net, and where personnel are not in the right areas where they should be. So some getting dragged to the ball, some getting sucked out of position, and just do your job. That's all you have to do, is do your job the best you can and defend that goal. And that's what we didn't do for that one in the first minutes of the second half, if you like. And then the other one was obviously then the free kick coming in, and then that's an individual battle between, i.e., a player and an opponent. So at the end of the day, you've got to win your aerial duels or whatever that is, and we didn't.
Boxing Day next. It's this Christmas period we talked about before the game. I bet you'd quite like it to be Boxing Day tomorrow, wouldn't you, to try and get out there and try and put this right?
Well, I'd love to, yeah. But it's on all of us in terms of what we do as staff and what the players do in the training ground, and I didn't see that coming. And the end of the day is, if you can't do the basics and you can't control the ball and you can't pass the ball from A to B, then it's not going to work for you. So I know we can because we've done it in the past, and I know, as I said before about the lads, you know, they've got a good group of lads in there. But at the end of the day, so we've had an opportunity where we could have got ourselves away from that bottom two, if you like. But now it's a scrap. They know it's a fight. They've just been told in there what we're in. They know under no illusion what's ahead of us now. So we've got them games now, the short periods of time. So we want to see, and I want to see a reaction.
Is it a worry that you didn't see it come in and you end up closer to that bottom two than getting away from it?
What do you mean, didn't see it coming? What does that mean?
You just said you didn't see this performance coming.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, because I thought because of the reaction on Monday night. Yeah. So the Monday night is you have that, and then the second half is then they've got a bit of possession. But when you analyse the game, they don't really hurt you. So Fleetwood never hurt us. So Patterson was on the ball, and he's put a couple of balls in the box. One they've scored off, but they haven't really hit the goal. So you can have all that. Like we've had possession before ourselves, and the ball's gone wide in wide areas ourselves, but we haven't put quality in the box. So yeah, when you look back and you reflect on things, you think, well, okay, they haven't really done what we thought. We thought, you know, they were all over you in terms of shots, possession, blah blah blah, whatever. But then the reaction in terms of what we done in the first half and the chances we should have put away is, I'm thinking then, well, we're going to take that into this game. And we didn't from the so I mean, to be fair, we started the game well. So we had two corners, two quality balls going in both sides, one from Sean Worley and one from Ben Woods. So they've gone in there, but then you have to be aggressive in the box and you have to go and win your aerial duels, and we didn't. And that's that. And then after that, it was basic stuff that we didn't do our job at. We didn't do well at. We didn't do well enough. So, and they did, and they got a bit of momentum, and then obviously they scored the goal in on the second half.
How stressful is it at the minute?
Oh, well, it is, isn't it? Football is. It's a stressful job that you do, whether you're a player or whether you're a member of staff or whether a head coach or a manager, whatever it is. But that's my job now, to make sure that everyone is picked up off the floor, because that's the way everyone's feeling there now. It's really one of disappointment. We've got these games coming up thick and fast, and we want a reaction, we want a response.